What's up YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be on the Bandai Namco Godzilla 2000 figures. This one in particular is the Mechagodzilla from the 2002 movie, I want to say. Just kind of based off the packaging here. This is, I'm not sure if this is a new line, but I had seen this at my local Target. Never seen this before. I saw that they had smaller version of Mechagodzilla 2. I think it was more maybe like a 4-inch scale, and it came with like little miniature buildings, which is cool. But this when I saw this was cool because this is more like a 6-inch scale, so this I think would be perfect with like to pair with like Ultraman, things like that. So again, looking at the box, you get a nice window packaging, and you see, you know, Mechagodzilla and the accessory that he comes with. On the side of the packaging, you get a product shot of Mechagodzilla. On the back, you do get the two figures that come in this wave. I did see the Godzilla 2004 as well, but of course for me personally, the one that really stood out to me was the Mechagodzilla. And then on the side, you just get more information, just Mechagodzilla 2002, and then of course Godzilla action figure. So nothing really to it. Like I said, let's get into it. And in the packaging itself, you do get a nice little backdrop. Of course, you see the cityscape along with the different kaiju. So of course you have, I believe that might be, I think it's Mechagodzilla, the bottom left, and the top left hand side, that's Rodan. Top right is Mothra, and then the bottom right, I believe, is Ghidorah, King Ghidorah. For me personally, growing up as a kid, I really liked both Mechagodzillas with King Ghidorah and of course Godzilla. In the packaging as well, it is kind of interesting to note that only half of his body is constructed, so you do have to kind of like plug in the other two, their hand and foot. So it's pretty interesting. Alright YouTube, and this is how he looks outside of the packaging. So I will say in the camera, he looks very silver. That is not in fact the case. He has really more of like a grayish tone with like silver. I won't even say it's like silver accents, I want to say, but yeah, it's not as silver as it comes out on camera. But plugging in the hand and the leg wasn't too hard. I would say maybe the hardest thing was plugging in the tail. I don't know if I plugged it in all the way, but it wasn't like a click, unlike like with the leg and the arm. So that was pretty interesting. Looking into it, it has nice detail. Again, the base body is going to be like that gray silverish color tone, but you do get hints of red on the face, and of course yellow on the eyes. Aside from that, that's pretty much it. You do get a little bit of red on the legs and on the arm, so pretty cool. Getting into the articulation. So for the mouth, it does articulate because that is, I believe you can remove this to attach the other effect on there. It does go up and down, so that's, and of course you can go side to side a little bit, so that's pretty nice. Not too much in the terms of articulation. For the arm, this is probably where I was a little bit more surprised about. He does go up and down, does have rotation. Doesn't have any type of like bicep swivel, but he does have a single jointed elbow with a little bit of swivel there. And then he does have a horizontal joint. Yeah, just horizontal. But it's on more like a ball peg, so it makes it feel like an SHF where you can kind of, oh, I guess you can move it up and down. Okay, so it's a ball peg. So yeah, you can move it up and down or horizontal depending on how you have it. For the torso, there is no articulation. It kind of looks like they're supposed to be, but none that I can see. Nothing in the, yeah, no articulation in the waist either. But for the legs, it does go up, down. There's a slight swivel. For the leg, he does have a single jointed knee. And then for the leg, he just has a swivel because of the ball joint. So it's not bad. It's fairly decent. And then in the tail, he does have a little, it is connected on a ball joint, so it does go up, down. And then this part of the tail does swivel too. Again, it's on a ball joint. It would have been cool if they got like another, so that way you could kind of simulate you know, extra movement, but you know, it is what it is. And then just to kind of show you guys the accessory that he comes with. For the accessories, he does also come with like a mouth blast. You would just unhinge the jaw. So I'll show you guys what that looks like. And this is how the effect looks. It's very simple. Again, it's connected by a ball joint. I would have loved to see maybe a little bit more articulation in the head, just to get him kind of shooting at a different angle. Maybe he could have been like hunched over, but then like articulate the head forward to maybe shoot. So that's pretty cool, like that. And then I will say the main reason why I got this figure was because I wanted this to be able to scale with some of the SHF Ultraman. And when I was looking at it in the box, I'm like, okay, yeah, this definitely, you know, is more of like a, they call it like a 6-inch figure. Even when I had kind of checked it on the app. So let's see how he does scale with Ultraman. For me personally, I think that he might be a little bit undersized. I was truly thinking that he was going to be bigger, but you know, we'll see. Okay, and this is how these two look side by side. And as I suspected, he is smaller than SHF Ultraman, which is a little bit of a bummer, gonna be honest. I mean, this SHF Ultraman is pretty small to begin with, so the fact that he's even smaller, it's definitely, you know, misleading on how they said it. I would say this is maybe more along the lines of like, say, maybe 5-inch, 5.5-inch scale, I want to say. So it is a little bit smaller, but of course, like with Ultraman, you know, you could get them like posed different ways, and you could really kind of fudge the angles and really hide the height difference. You know, typically Ultraman, when he's fighting, he's gonna, you know, be kind of getting, you know, low to the ground, those kind of crouching poses, things like that. So I don't think it'll be too difficult. You know, it's not too big of a difference, honestly. So I don't really think it's gonna be too much. And then I'll throw in like a building for comparison as well. For reference, that is how one of my small buildings kind of fits in scale with the two. It's not terribly bad. And of course, like I said, you can be able to fudge it in different pictures and stuff like that. So, you know, I don't, you know, I don't really think it's too bad of a fit. I would say that, you know, compared to the price of SHF Ultraman Kaiju, you know, this being a $25 figure, you know, you're not going to get the same level of articulation or detail as those other figures. But, you know, for something that could go with your SHF Ultraman for literally a fraction of the price, that's not a bad deal at all. You know, I think hopefully if the silhouette and the packaging kind of rings true, then we may see, you know, King Ghidorah as well as, you know, Rodan, things like that. So, you know, definitely exciting. I would love to see how this line does. Truth be told, again, like I said, I would wish it for it to be bigger, but I'm not gonna knock it too much for that. So let me know what you guys think. You know, ultimately, you know, again, if you're looking for like a budget line to kind of help, you know, just get different kaiju, you know, I definitely would take a look into this line, and hopefully it progresses further than just Godzilla and Mechagodzilla. But with that being said, let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Peace.